Welcome to a special report. SBA Loan Store presents a successful business funded by an SBA Guaranteed Loan.
You can see we're more of a tavern restaurant than a bowling alley. We only have 12 lanes, so we do bar restaurant first, bowling second, whereas these old facilities are 40 lanes, you know, food is an afterthought, it's a dingy little bar in the corner, and that's what we're trying to reinvent, which is a new bowling center.
Well, it's like 17 games at once. There's hot chicks, there's cold beer, and there's good wings.
It's just like a one and only place. You can bowl, you can drink, watch sports, play pool, all in one place, so you can't beat it.
The atmosphere, the people, everyone that works here is really cool. They get to know you on a namely basis.
Hello, server person. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. What's your name?
Crystalline.
Crystalline. How long have you been working at East Village Tavern Bowl?
2 years.
Fantastic.
And I love working here. It's fun, fast-paced, never a dull moment.
Hi everybody, this is David Kamatoy, and I'm here at East Village Tavern Bowl, and my guest Dan Hurd, the creator, the founder of the whole deal. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
Tell us about, in your own words, what is East Village Tavern Bowl?
Well, it's basically a concept that my business partner and I, Richard Sinek, came up with, which was reinventing the old bowling alleys. We had found in our research that a ton of people still like to bowl. It's still one of the most popular pastimes. But unfortunately, people really didn't like the choices they had to bowl at. They were these old bowling centers, usually 40, 50 lanes, typically a rundown bar restaurant attached to that. So people still wanted to bowl, and all we've done is repackage that old favorite. There's a couple companies that have started doing this. They've seen the growth in the market, but they're all going after kind of a higher end market. They're turning these martini lounge bowling alleys, and we've gone a different route. We're a little more blue collar. We're jeans and t-shirt kind of guys. So what we've done is we've attached more of a sports bar, Chicago style tavern to bowling. And you can see we're only 12 lanes. We're more of a bar restaurant first, bowling second. But we're still bringing an old pastime. We're reinventing it and bringing it out to the general public.
When I think of bowling alleys, at least here in San Diego, Southern California, we see these 60s, sort of the throwback to the 70s. It still smells the same.
Yeah.
The food is horrendous. It's like, it's almost like they pull something out and like, how old is that?
Yeah.
And it's probably right on the edge of expiration date and deep fried, so you can't even tell.
Exactly.
And to me, that's a bowling alley now. You've made it so that it's not pretentious. It's still affordable, right?
Exactly. It's come as you are. We're a little bit more expensive than the old bowling centers, because they really are, and they're just doing rock bottom pricing to get anybody in the door. So you'll find we're probably just a little more expensive than that, but what you're getting for the dollar is a lot better. We're really locals driven. We see the same faces all from the neighborhood time and time again. We're seeing, we've got a great regulars base here that keep coming in and supporting us. We're family friendly. It's a great place to bring in kids, catch the game, whatever it may be, but then it appeals to so many different people that even at night, the families leave, and then it turns into a great hotspot at night too. So we appeal to just about every demographic that's out there.
So talk to us a little bit about some of the events that you do, because every place has events, but you guys are really trying. That's the big drive right now: events, corporate events. Talk to us about that.
Well, it's actually one of the things that we didn't really know until we experienced opening the doors. We'd known about the food, the bar industry. We knew that because we had other locations that had opened. The bowling aspect of it, we only learned after opening the doors. And what we found is everybody thinks this is the perfect spot to hold the birthday party, the company party. We're getting events. We've done triple the number of events than we kind of projected in our business plan. So it really is a perfect atmosphere for events. And if you think about it, to bring your company in here instead of going to just a regular bar or just for dinner, you've got team building events that are going on. So it's fantastic. And people come in here, they get their shirts. We're having people companies are making up their own bowling shirts and getting team on team. So so it's been fantastic. That's one of the things that was a fantastic surprise, which is the number of events we've been able to do.
Well, it makes sense considering you're downtown, centrally located in San Diego, but plus you have all the businesses. It does start to make a lot of sense. And again, your model being we want to be affordable. to me that really makes a difference, because again, we talked about this in the other segment about the economy and the fact that, one of the great things that you're doing is you're actually been able to rise during the bad economy, which is cool.
Yes, and it's really just the concept that's allowed us to do that. We everybody can afford to come in here and have a burger and a beer and throw some balls down the lane and still enjoy themselves. Which we're seeing restaurants, the high-end restaurants, the high-end clubs are suffering big time.
They are, very much so.
But we've been able to not only do well, we're actually expanding. We've just opened our new East Village Tavern Bowl down in Chula Vista. It's a different demographic than what we're used to here. We're getting a lot more families in there, but they're loving it. We get the kids hooked on the bowling, and it brings the parents in. And you can come in, watch your favorite game, put the kids on the lane, and just enjoy yourself as a family also. So it really is a great concept.
Who should be coming into the tavern?
Really everyone. We don't have, our ages, we put our demographic down as say 22, 23-year-olds all the way up to 50. But there isn't a person that I don't think we appeal to. There really isn't. Everybody that comes in here walks in and kind of has the same expression like, oh my God, this is a great place. Why didn't I think of this place? So it really has been well received by the public.
Once again, check out the website, bowledT.com. The founder, Dan Hurd, with me, David Kamatoy, here at East Village Tavern Bowl.
Selena, you're beautiful. What brings you out to the bowling alley?
My best friend's birthday.
Well, whose decision was it to come to the bowling alley for the birthday?
It was hers.
Standing here with two patrons of East Village. Hey, what's your name, sir?
Alan.
Alan. So what brings you to the Tavern and Bowl, Alan?
Well, it's my buddy Kevin's last day here, and it's been a tradition for us to come here almost every week, and he's moving to Texas, so this is our last night here.
Oh my God, well, we'll miss you, man. Is it you?
Yeah, it's me, and I'm depressed, leaving 72 degrees in the beach.
When we come back, SBA loan broker Craig G. Francis joins the conversation to talk about how they funded this business.
The end result was a complete success. Two successful businesses open because of the SBA loan.
An SBA loan is a government-backed bank loan which you can use for starting, growing, expanding a business, or even buying commercial real estate. It's a bank loan, and it is guaranteed by the U.S. government. It's been doing it around for about 55 years now. I'm Craig G. Francis, and if you want to reach me, it's SBALoanStore.com, or give me a call, 888-666-9722, or email me at francis.sba@aol.com.
Are you an entrepreneur seeking a loan? Are you looking to expand a business? Are you looking to buy a business? Allow me to extend an invitation to SBALoanStore.com, a unique online store that deals with specific do-it-yourself information about SBA loans. As a student of entrepreneurship, you may already know that Apple, AOL, and Compaq were all companies with SBA loans. That's right. An SBA Guaranteed Loan. The banks are being pulled in two different directions right now. But here's the thing. They have to start lending because ultimately, that's the business of a bank. The U.S. government, as part of a stimulus package, is pouring millions of dollars into various SBA loans. How can you take advantage of such opportunities? Visit the SBALoanStore.com to see what reports are available to you.
Hi everybody, this is David Kamatoy, and welcome to East Village Tavern and Bowl. Sitting to the right of me is Dan Hurd, founder of East Village Tavern and Bowl, and that's actually co-founder.
Richard Sinnott is my business partner.
Sitting next to him is Craig G. Francis of SBA Loan Store and CraigGFrancis.com. Now, Craig, just give us a little bit of background on you.
Well, I've been 30 years in the SBA and commercial loan brokerage. I've been an ex-banker for about 12 years. And 18 years I've owned Francis Financial, which is an SBA loan brokerage. That's my background.
Very cool. Now here's the cool thing about Craig is that, for those people who don't know, often when we talk to people about businesses, we mention a restaurant and they immediately go, especially from a funding perspective, because they know that there's that old axiom that 50% of restaurants just fail right off the bat. I mean, it's like, and I don't know if it's necessarily technically true, but I know that, from experience, I've seen a lot of businesses go down in restaurants. But more importantly, funding, especially with an SBA loan, a restaurant is extremely difficult. How did you guys get together? I mean, how did that even happen?
I guess about 2006.
Yep.
I met Dan at the Gas Lamp Tavern, which is just down the street here. It's a pure sports bar and very successful. And Dan introduced me to his partners and also acquainted me with the Orange County Tavern Bowl, another up-and-coming sports bar up in the Orange County area, which was also coming up in gross revenues and net profits. And Dan had a winning idea. It was unquestionable in my mind. The bowling alley was an addition that just came out of your brainchild, thought process, and bring them two together, and that's how we met. We started the process in about 2006.
Yep.
And how difficult was it to fund a restaurant in this economy? I mean, really, it's tough anyway. But I was just surprised that you guys were able to pull it off.
Well, there's a degree of toughness.
Yeah,
but it's not
it was a lot of tries. Basically, it was a lot of paperwork because you had to go through the same steps with every bank, and there were several banks that looked at us, and we'd gone through the process, and there were a few that did turn us down, but you just kept going through the same process with a different bank, and eventually you got to a bank that, you know, they wanted to take a shot on you. They liked the concept. They presented it to their board, and they said, "Okay, it sounds, you know, it sounds like a good idea." So there was. It's a lot of. It's not trial and error. It's just a lot of trying with, you know, being turned down. You did take a lot of no's. So it is. It's one of the hardest things. We've been thankful to meet Craig, just because I don't know if I would have been able to navigate through the number of different banks and the contacts that he brought to us. We certainly could have done it. We couldn't have done it on our own. So not only was it a big success here, but we repeated the process for our East Lake Tavern Bowl, which was even harder. It was, you know, it was 2 years further into this financial collapse, and I mean, there was several phone calls that started with, "You're not going to believe this. This bank is no longer with us." You know, somebody you've been working with for a month or 2 months, or this banker is no longer at that bank. You've got to start all over with their replacement, or they've eliminated the SBA department of this bank. So we've gone through quite a bit, and it's been a long road, but you know, the end result was a complete success. Two successful businesses open because of the SBA loan and because of your work. So it's been great.
Very good. Well, congratulations to you guys. Craig?
Great, congratulations.
Dan has a very successful business model, Gas Lamp and OC Tavern. Those are the foundations which really gave us the confidence to move forward. I may not have taken this challenge on if I hadn't seen what Dan had already accomplished. And his dream team, his prime advisors, came together. East Village Tavern Bowl was unique. And I've always liked working with restaurants because while there's great risks, there's great rewards. And Dan had already proven his business model, and bowling alley just sounded like a great idea. So we put it together, and we pitched the package to a number of different lenders in San Diego. And yeah, a few of them said no, and one of them said yes. Seacoast Commerce Bank, as a plug, great little bank, and a very solid, durable partner in the SBA lending arena. Once we found the bank, then it was just a matter of generating the paperwork, getting the loan process going, funding, and voila, we have this business. An overnight success that took about 2 years, I think.
Right.
Now, it's not that SBA is difficult to get. Oh, there is paperwork, no question about it. But when you have a dream and a model like this, it takes a serious amount of convincing, and Dan has a great business plan. I was really enjoying working with him. He had thought it out, brought in his financial backers, his team, and the concept, and it was very difficult to say no to that. It was a compelling concept. And the second one was very much a mirror image of the first one, but as we've all experienced in the last couple of years, we've had a heck of an economic rough patch. So as the banking system started collapsing, we were running down the road, throwing packages out, boom, 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 boom. And we finally hit another bank in South Bay, a Hispanic bank called Vibra Bank. And they said, our neighborhood, our clientele, our bank, we liked the concept, and it was profitable. And then they were off to the races. So that's how that particular location opened 2 months ago. And I'm quite sure that the North County and the new ones, who knows, private placement, IPO, venture capital, wherever this takes you, I have no doubt in my mind. And it's a slog, but your business success will be exponential in the future. Great rewards, great risk, and an extraordinarily compelling model.
And it is, and you made the comment twice now that there is this significant large number of failures in restaurants. But a lot of it is restaurants, and the one thing that they don't always mention with that aspect is that once you get a good model, a good working model of this business, then that just takes off. And when you can identify a good management team like we have, then the success just keeps going and going and going. And if it works here in this location, in this demographic, find that somewhere else and put it in 1,000 other locations.
Exactly. I mean, Chipotle is growing. I know you guys are big fans of Chipotle, and our buddies here in town. I mean, it's just Burger Lounge. They're doing really well in San Diego. Those are two examples of projects that are on a growth spurt. And it's like, well, yeah, you can focus on the negative, but let's focus on, because that's what you do. The opportunity is always in the downturn of the economy. I mean, yes, it's rough, but the reality is that's where it is. One of the things I wanted to bring to the table in this specific interview is, as we've started to work with Craig, is that when people look at banking and SBA loans, it's like they think it's black and white. They just look at it like, well, it's black, it's white, it's gray. I don't understand it, I don't get it. But the reality is that a banker, you know, like you said, with especially in South Bay, they eventually, when they grab hold of a concept, you have to have a vibrant concept, a great founder, a great pitch, and a great team surrounding that, and a lot of passion. Because to me, the bankers are people too. At some point, you got to get past the numbers and go, look, do you like the idea? Because we have all the elements together, and that's what Craig does. He helps put the elements together so that he can offer it to the bank, and then Craig, as a broker, speaks the language of the bank. And you know, and again, we as entrepreneurs are like, I got a great idea. I always feel like
there's a lot of gray area in there for the bankers to make a decision. There's still a human being ultimately saying yes or no to the deal.
There's a board.
And what we've been able to do is just meet with these people, talk to them, pitch them on our idea, and they can see it. They can see the vision of what we're trying to do, and that's what ultimately sells them on saying yes, we'll do this.
Very good. Okay, well, I know we got to put a bow on this because you actually have a meeting with a
potential investor.
Right.
So yeah.
So the business is expanding. Once again, East Village Tavern Bowl, as well as East Lake Tavern Bowl. There's another one coming up north.
Soon to be North County Tavern Bowl. Yep, in the Westfield Mall.
And Dan Hurd is the founder. Speaking with us today, co-founder is also
Richard Sinnott.
Want to make sure we mention that. And once again, Craig G. Francis of SBA Loan Store and CraigGFrancis.com, Francis Financial, the man who basically helped put this whole thing together. I mean, really, that's...
This is it. If we hadn't have met Craig, there might not have been an East Village Tavern Bowl, and certainly wouldn't have been an East Lake Tavern Bowl.
Can I get an SBA loan? So I'll answer that and say, people that get an SBA loan are aspiring entrepreneurs, somebody that wants to build a business, start it from the get-go, somebody that wants to buy commercial real estate and own their own building, people want to expand, hire people, acquire labor, material, and inventory, furniture, fixtures, equipment. Pretty much anybody out there can get one as long as you've got a vision, some decent credit, and some financial backing. I'm Craig G. Francis, and if you want to reach me, it's SBALoanStore.com, or give me a call, 888-666-9722, or email me at francisSBA@AOL.com.
Are you an entrepreneur seeking a loan? Are you looking to expand a business? Are you looking to buy a business? Allow me to extend an invitation to SBALoanStore.com, a unique online store that deals with specific do-it-yourself information about SBA loans. As a student of entrepreneurship, you may already know that Apple, AOL, and Compaq were all companies with SBA loans. That's right. An SBA Guaranteed Loan. The banks are being pulled in two different directions right now. But here's the thing. They have to start lending because ultimately, that's the business of a bank. The U.S. government, as part of a stimulus package, is pouring millions of dollars into various SBA loans. How can you take advantage of such opportunities? Visit the SBALoanStore.com to see what reports are available to you.
Ken, what brings you to the village, Ken?
It's my birthday.
I'm going to juggle for you on your birthday.
Let's see this.
You're going to juggle a bowling ball and two clubs. And notice these are charged. Hey,